Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me for navigating work and grief together. I'm Jody LaVoie, founder of the Grief Company and Widows in the Workplace. And on this show and in this time together, we explore how grief from major life events, whether it be a death, a divorce, caring for ailing parents, and grief touches so much more. And I know all of you out there know that. But grief affects our performance and our well-being. And on this show, we explore strategies and share stories and supportive tools and places you can go for support. And today, I'm so excited. I have the founder, everybody, of One Yard at a Time, Courtney Capagrosso. And she and I are becoming fast friends here, and you will see why. Today, we're going to talk with Courtney about how she transformed her personal grief into a mission of resilience and how she founded the nonprofit One Yard at a Time that provides NFL experiences, everybody, to widows and their children. And all this is in honor of her late husband, Matthew. And the purpose is really to help families find hope through the healing power of football, like Courtney and Matthew found as they built their life together. And I know there's a lot of you football fans out there, and a lot of you that watch football religiously on the weekends. You tailgate, you've taught your kids how to watch football. Now you see them raising their families watching football. So I know this story today is really going to resonate with you. So, fun fact about Courtney, she met her late husband, Matthew, on the school bus way back in eighth. Well, she was in ninth grade. She was older, and he was in eighth grade.
Mm-hmm.
And she later learned she was dyslexic, and her husband proofread everything. And so she's on her own. Thank goodness for Grammarly and spell check and everything else. But welcome, Courtney. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, I thought we'd start with just having you share a little bit about the story behind the name One Yard at a Time. Where did it come from, and how does it relate to football and the grieving process?
Sure. Well, One Yard at a Time is in honor of my husband, Matthew Capagrosso. He is my sweet husband. I love him so much. He is a 15-year veteran of the New York Jets. He played football his entire life. He wasn't a player for the New York Jets. He was super smart and he wanted to make it to the NFL, so he did. He was the director of something. I'm still not sure exactly what he did. I'm sorry. Anyway, he was there forever. We were huge Jets fan. It obviously becomes your life. When you're in that kind of field, it becomes like the NFL, the Jets become your life and your family. They're just like my family. I love them so much. So when he passed away, it was devastating. It was shocking. And when they popped up, his tickets went into my account and I had no idea. Nobody said anything. And it was just so sweet because I was literally putting one foot in front of the other, trying to survive. We have young twins. I didn't know what was coming next. I gave up my career for his career because he was working nonstop. So it was nice to go to the game, bring friends and family to the game that weren't even football fans, but they were able to come with us and basically not stare at us and just feel bad for us. We had something else to talk to, something to connect with, and just enjoy the time and kind of, it was a distraction. It was just so fun. It brought us back to Matthew. It was very light. It was happy. It brought us out of the house. You saw how many people were out there in the stadium. It just brought so much joy. It didn't cost me a dime. And I just felt so loved and so surrounded. And I thought to myself after about a year, and I'm still a disaster, but after about a year, I thought to myself, how can I pay this gift that the New York Jets gave me forward? Because that was so kind. And I don't even know if they know like how special that was. And I was like, I was like literally 1 foot in front of the other. I could do, 1 yard at a time and give widows and their children NFL experiences like I was able to have. So I played around with the idea. I did a business plan, and then I pitched it to one of Matthew's friends and my friends who actually he met at work. Her name's Catherine, and then she left the Jets and went up to the Bills. And then she's now a stay-at-home mom. And she's like, I'm on this. I'm with you. And from there, it just like kind of took off. So yeah. So, and it's been fantastic. It's such a happy, uplifting thing because when you become a widow, you go home, you drive yourself home from the funeral, and then that's it. A couple people send you books, you go to therapy, there's grief counseling. That's it. There's nothing. And I'm not saying there should be anything, but there's nothing out there to make you smile, to make you feel like, you're human again, because it's a whole other world. So I'm trying to bring that joy back. So we're building a team.
I love it. And that whole thing about feeling human again.
Yeah.
You're right, because you're a
Mhm.
widow and you feel like everybody's looking at you differently
Yeah.
or talking to you differently, or they don't know how to talk to you.
Yes. Hmm.
And through the language of football and just watching the game and
Hmm.
cheering and laughing and eating hot dogs and
Yeah.
all of the things,
Yeah. Yeah.
it ties you together
Yes.
and has fun.
It's
Fun.
just fun. It's light. It's fun. It's just a distraction. It's just fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and so needed for
Hmm.
grieving because you're right. There's there's not a lot, but what is out there is healing,
Yes.
healing from emotions and how to take that, how to find your way on your journey, and all of that is extremely important.
Yes.
But
Yes.
finding the laughs,
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
and allowing yourself to laugh too, because
Hmm.
that's hard as a widow.
Hmm.
Did you ever catch yourself like, wait, I was just laughing. I'm not supposed to be laughing. I'm grieving. Like,
100%. I still find myself like if I smile, I feel guilty, incredibly guilty. So when you're around these widows at the events and we're all kind of smiling and like hugging and laughing, and then a tear comes and we're like laughing because we're crying and because we're having fun and feeling guilty. It's so nice to be seen, but we're all having fun. So it's like a happy, because you don't let yourself have happy moments that much. So it's nice.
it is nice. And
Hmm.
to all the grievers out there, find as many happy moments as you can.
Yes.
You need them. Laughter
Yes.
is healing. So,
Hmm. So,
okay. So you and Matthew loved football.
yes.
When did that start? When did you start going to games?
Um, he started working for the New York Jets before he would drive into New York City and he would drive into Long Island. So Giant Stadium time. So a long time ago. So it seems like a lifetime ago. We were like the young ones back then. And now I feel like I can be the parents of some of the players. So it's been a while.
Okay. So you watched as a couple before you got married, and then
Oh yeah.
football was just part of your courtship
Oh
too.
yeah, he was little, he played in high school. I think he played part of college. Like he was in it always. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
It's just neat people's sports stories
Hmm.
and how families come together. And
Hmm.
your children love football too, I bet.
Oh yeah, my son plays it. Matthew was the coach. Yeah, my son wears my husband's number, which is so cute, which is 44, which is in our logo. That's one of the Easter eggs that I stuck in there.
Oh, okay. We're going to show you all the logos so you can find the number. She mentioned something about Easter eggs to me, and I wasn't picturing it. So thank you for saying that. Okay,
Yeah.
so 1 yard at a time
Yeah.
provides all these memorable NFL experiences to widows and their children. So why don't you describe one? You shared one with
Sure.
me, so everybody out there gets a feel for what it's all about.
Sure. Okay. So we have a website, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, but on our website, somebody can refer a widow And there's like a, a little questionnaire, and the widow doesn't have to go and do it. A family member, a friend, whatever, can go fill out a basic little form online. And then from there, we'll reach out to them, get some information. And then a few days prior, we send them a 1 yard box, and that'll include game day gear to wear. It'll include a 1 yard stadium crossbody. We have Kendra Scott is on board with us. So it includes some fun stuff from Kendra Scott, which is so exciting. And the bags are from MetLife, so that's exciting too. And it includes gift cards for all your food, all your snacks. So you get your 1 yard box, and then we have VIP parking passes and game day tickets, and all the tickets have access to either a suite or an inside of some sort, because we didn't want mothers to be like, nervous around like with bathrooms or if there's cold weather. So we don't want anybody to stress about that. There'll always be some kind of, inside area. So they don't have to sit out in the cold weather or the rainy weather or whatever like that. We'll give them a choice of like a couple games. So it's not like, this is your game, this is the time, we'll give them a couple choices. And from there, at the end of this season, we just actually had it a couple days ago. We invited everyone back, and we had a suite, a level 6 suite. And we invited everyone back and a few of our volunteers, and we had a huge fun, like closing the season New Year's Eve party. It was so fun. And the Jets won, which was so exciting. So yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And are all your experiences currently with the Jets, or are they with other teams as well?
Right. So we are based in New Jersey. We would love to, we have reached out to like other teams, and we would love to do that more. We plan to go across the country and do all the teams. So we're working on that, but we just started a year ago. So we would love to do more teams. We'd love to go cross country, but we just started out, and it just so our luck, it's been Jets. So I'm not upset about it. But yeah, we'll do more teams. We'll do whoever. If somebody's a Giants fan, we'll do Giants, like whatever.
And would you do other cities too? Because some people.
Yeah, right now our attorney, our attorney's through pro bono partnership. Our attorney, he's just tri-state right now. So as we get bigger, he'll, we'll start working with other attorneys. But right now we're just tri-state. So, but we're growing. We're gonna grow. We'll get there.
Absolutely. So, because of course this is airing on LinkedIn and people are worldwide.
Oh.
So, there might be people in San Francisco or other parts of the country. So please still, if you know widows, submit them for
definitely
consideration. And Courtney and her team will be on it to see if they can make that happen locally.
We can figure it out
as well. And of course, if there are companies willing to sponsor or make donations, because you're a nonprofit, right, Courtney?
Yes, we are.
That's how you survive. So if anyone out there is compelled, please find 1 yard at a time online, and Courtney would be most appreciative, and all of the recipients for these joyous moments.
Yes, if we can lift, it's just about, giving it a little bit forward. You make one person smile, it just builds, lifts other people up. And then we're trying to teach the kids resilience in this time, so it builds everyone up.
It really does. And I think in your mission statement, does it say something about turning around and helping others?
Yeah.
And so how have you seen kind of the ripple effect of that in your life, in the community, with the Jets?
Just confidence within the kids. They don't have to feel guilty, bad, sad that they're in this situation. They're all together. They feel lifted. They don't feel so sad. They have opportunities that some of these kids will never have had. This one little boy came to one of the games. His mom said, I'd never have this opportunity. And he was just so happy. It just gives them a little bit of confidence, maybe a little bit of, yay, we're like, come back another time. We'll definitely give you another game, it's just a smile,
Oh, that's wonderful. So you were working, and then you started being a stay-at-home mom, which is working. I was a stay-at-home mom myself, and
Yes.
it's hard, people. It's hard. It is work and it is a job.
Yeah.
And I know you gained so many skills from being a stay-at-home mom to be able to put a nonprofit together. Like, how did you know how to do that?
I think when you're a mom of twins or a mom in general, you kind of just juggle things and you just know. I think just we're, volunteering with the PTO and volunteering with school and volunteering here and there, you just figure it out. Um, I think just being resourceful and trying to figure out what to do with my life and put my sad energy in trying to move it forward into something positive. I think trying to figure out how to honor my sweet hubby Matthew. And I think the best way to honor him, and I know this is what he wants myself and my twins to live. He wants us to smile. So I think that's the best way to honor him is to live, be happy, have the twins become successful in whatever they want to do and just, go out there and have a good life. So if I'm at home crying all the time and, that's not what he would want. So that's my plan.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And he would want you to live and be happy and
I hope
smile
so.
and root on those jets
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. It's hard being a widow.
Mm-hmm.
And for
Mm-hmm.
people out there that are struggling with just putting one foot in front of the other,
Yeah.
you're inspiring. You're inspiring to those that are looking for that little nudge of what do I do? What does my life
Yeah.
look like after
Yeah.
loss? And
Mm-hmm.
there is absolutely life after loss.
Yeah.
And it's different,
Very different.
very different.
Mm-hmm.
We wish our loved ones were with us, most certainly.
Very much.
But you found a passion and you're bringing that joy to others.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet that just lights you up on a daily basis.
Thank you. I'm trying.
So looking ahead, because
Mhm.
1 yard at a time, you've been around a year-ish
Yeah.
plus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's next? What do you see in the next few years?
Our big goal is to go across the country. That's
Yeah.
that's our main goal, and we know we're going to get there. There's 3 moms working with us now, and then we have volunteers, myself, Catherine, and Sally, and we are on the move. We have an event at Kendra Scott at the mall at Short Hills. We're designing a 1 yard at a time piece, and then you can come to the mall and design your own piece. We're having that in February, and then our second 1 yard at a time event, a wine tasting event in Chester, New Jersey. And it's, baskets and all that fun stuff. We're going to have in September on the weekend. So that's our next event. And then we'll get right back into NFL experiences. And then in the next 5 years, we just plan on working our way across the country. So.
Wonderful. And I know this was a love of yours and Matthew's with football,
Mhm.
but when you kind of took a look at the space, are there any other organizations out there doing this for widows?
We did research to try to find anything out there for widows. I mean, I was searching up and down to see what was out there just for my own, and I didn't find anything. I mean, if you found anything, let me know. There is a bunch of counseling, which you do need, therapy, which you do need, camps, which you do need, but there was nothing out there for just moms and children to get together and just smile and have fun. And that's what I wanted. So,
Wonderful. I love it. I love it.
thank you.
So how can people find you?
So we have Instagram. It's 1 yard at a time. We have a website, 1 yard at a time, and you can donate on the website. We have a Venmo attached there, and you can also donate by credit card. We have a Facebook page, 1 yard at a time. So you can find us anywhere you want. And I hope you do. Even follow, like us, pass us along. Everyone knows a widow. I mean, just in my little circle, which also nudged me to do this, 2 of my very best friends. My stepmother was a very young widow. two people in town just around my husband became widows. Two friends of friends are widows, just in my little circle with young kids. So how many widows do you know? Just, it's incredible. It's
It,
incredible.
it is. It is. And I didn't know any until I became a widow. And then
Yeah,
all of a sudden there were
they're
8
everywhere.
at my doorstep.
Yeah,
Uh, and there's so many, and so many about of you out there want to do something. And this
yeah,
is something you could do.
yeah.
So
Get
if
involved.
you know a widow that, certainly is a football fan and has children,
Mm-hmm,
apply to see if
mm-hmm,
they can have an NFL experience.
mm-hmm.
And if football is near and dear to your heart too, and you want to help,
Yeah,
certainly donate.
yeah,
And if you're in the New Jersey area, come to your events.
yeah. I would love that. Come meet us. We would love that. We would love that. We would absolutely love that.
Well, great. Courtney, this has been my pleasure. I'm so glad you joined me today.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you. Thank
welcome.
you.
All right. Till next time, everyone.